Hola amigos, buenos dias. Kai Pacha here with the weekly Pele report. Sorry, wrong self. I'm getting mixed up with the multidimensionality here. So close encounters with the Royal Air Force. So, September the 11th, 2018, 10 a.m. Supposed to be doing a gardening job for one of my clients that used to be high up in the military and is now high up in the Lincolnshire police force. All these things happen around this. I don't know what's going on. There's something going on here. Because I had to cancel this job because I was getting these crazy synchronicities with this guy all around the UFOs. He kept appearing like when I was having UFO experiences, and I'm like, what the fuck? It was getting too crazy. I was getting paranoid because he was working for the police. I can see now it was like a soul agreement on a soul level, and we both have something to learn. So I go to the forest, September the 11th, 2018. The energy of 9/11 is in my mind. I want to make a video about 9/11, express some of the stuff that I was feeling. Didn't happen. Went into the forest, sat down, smoked a little bit of weed, sage, really good weed, synchronized in this perfect timing, and started to go multi-dimensional. I remember connecting with a female friend from Glastonbury, Starseed friend, and she activated my energy somehow telepathically, and then I started to see multi-dimensionally. I remember all my chakras were getting activated. I was thinking I must email David Wilcock and tell him I can see multi-dimensionally and see many realities. I'm sure David Wilcock gets all sorts of emails like this, so didn't bother. And next thing I know, I'm stood in a different place in the forest. It's like suddenly I'm in a completely different. All I knew at the time was the lighting was different. I'm stood in a completely prone position, and there's military jets all flying around my head like crazy. And I'm like, what the fuck has just happened? And I couldn't see the military jets for the cloud cover and the tree cover, but I could sure as heck hear them. And so in this moment, I knew something had happened. I knew something major had happened. I knew the reason the ETs were here. I mean, I knew the reason the fighter jets and all these military planes, I think there's 3, 4, 5, on synchronicity that I get to, I believe they were Eurofighter Typhoons, the older Tornadoes, and possibly some sort of AWAC or radar jet. And so yeah, I'm stood here like this in this position, and I'm like, what the fuck has happened? Something's happened. It's to do with me, but I don't know what the fuck has just happened. And over a few moments, I start to realise I've had a contact experience. Of course, I've been working towards this and had these similar experiences before. And the first thought that comes to my head is I'm in this multi-dimensional state of being. I'm resonating at an extremely high frequency. I can feel the trees and the surroundings all resonating with me in this high dimensional state. And I know I've got to get vibrational control over my fear, otherwise in this high vibrational state I might start manifesting crazy shit, especially with fucking military swarming around me in the sky. So I start singing pop songs. I believe Jason Donovan, I am the one and only, at the top of my voice, to create vibrational control over the situation, to show the guys in the jets that I don't give a fuck, that I ain't done no wrong, and to raise awareness of people walking dogs in their area, because I secretly did give a fuck and was actually terrified and wanted to draw attention to me, so they didn't drop like military personnel down on ropes and abduct me and take me to some base and then inject me with sodium pentanol or whatever the fuck that shit is they gave him in the Rendlesham incident. And yeah, so I was a little paranoid, as you can sense, and these experiences do this to you because they blow your chakras wide open. And I'd just been into another dimension of reality as I came to recall in meditation and been reinserted in physical reality. So this tends to like make you a little nervous, especially if you've been smoking potent weed. So the part of the story I'd like to get to you, many of you heard this story before, is about the synchronicity that occurred in the following days. For the next few weeks, every day I would walk from my house, from my parents' house where I was staying, about 10, 12 miles, or a little bit less, to the area where it happened. and I was having crazy synchronicities. I kept seeing the planes again. Like, one of the craziest ones was I went to this church. I was drawn to this church, Bardney Church, and I sat down out the back of it and started meditating. And at some point somebody said, just knock on the back door. So I said, okay, hi self, whatever. I knocked on the back door. A few minutes later, this guy walks around and says, oh, we're having a service, would you like to come in? It was Wednesday morning. It was very bizarre. And just as I'm walking round to go into the church, the two fucking fighter jets that I know they were the ones that there's not many fighter jets around here, and they're stationed very nearby. Like, basically this place where I had the contact is like, it's like in the centre of multiple like air bases. It's like it was all orchestrated so I could go through this. And so I see these two Eurofighter Typhoons flying over, and I know it's them. There's this crazy synchronicity. My higher self is telling me it's them that was there in the contact experience, and I've been seeing them for days. They keep flying me over, and every time I fly over I wave at them like, peace sign, hi guys, me again. Don't know if you realise it's me, but something fucking weird's going on here. And cool, we're still recording. And so I go into the church, yeah, and we have this nice service. It's really beautiful, really heart-centered service to other people in this area. Incidentally, I remember having a past life at a monastery there, and I was this monk, and it's a PowerPoint, that area, Bardney. People have seen like underwater UFOs in the river there. It's a crazy place. And so yeah, I go into the church, and anyway, I get talking to the people, end up the discussion, looking at these pictures on the wall of these same fighter jets that I'm seeing in like over the sky. I think that they were the older ones. It turns out this church I've been drawn to was the church that all the local military bases, the fighter jet bases, use, like, and it has been for years, since World War II. RAF Marham Le Pen and RAF Coningsby, and I believe what happened, because these are the planes I kept syncing up with, and it's not unusual to see the Eurofighter Typhoons, but the Tornadoes, they're kind of out on the other side of the county, and I don't see them much, and they're more out of service. I don't know how active they are. They're the older planes, but anyway, this church was like the centre where these people that from RAF Marham Le Pen and RAF Coningsby, that were the planes that I believe were monitoring me during my contact experience, that's their church. And like, there was loads of crazy synchronicity like this. It's unbelievable. I believe it's somehow because we had this higher dimensional experience. The fighter jets, the pilots, myself, and the beings, and like people connected to this, all entered into this higher vibrational state of reality that was all actually resonating on a very similar frequency. And so we were all actually naturally drawn to each other all the time through the natural synchronicity of reality, which is a whole nother topic that I can't really go into here because I've been talking for a long time. Peace out, Shirai guys, have a great day.